The Magical Lights of the Dark Forest. A story about the fear of darkness. In a quiet corner of the world, where the green forest meets the sky, lived a little rabbit named Hop. Hop was a cheerful rabbit, with fur as white as snow and long, fluffy ears. He loved playing in the forest during the day, but when the sun set and the night came, Hop felt sad and scared. The forest where Hop lived was beautiful and joyful during the day. But at night, the forest became dark and mysterious, and Hop didn't dare to leave his burrow. He was afraid of the dark and of the strange sounds coming from the depths of the forest. One evening, while Hop was hiding under his soft blanket, he heard a strange sound. It seemed that someone or something was coming from the forest. Curious and scared, Hop decided to leave his burrow to discover what was happening. In front of him, the forest was bathed in a faint moonlight, and shadows danced on the ground. That's when Hop met the old and wise owl, named Smarty. Smarty was known in the forest for her wisdom and kindness. "Hello, Hop! What brings you here in the middle of the night?" Smarty asked with a gentle voice. "Hello, Smarty," said Hop, trembling. "I'm afraid of the dark, and I heard a strange sound. I don't know what to do." Smarty smiled understandingly. "The fear of darkness is something many of us feel, but, darkness is not always something to be feared. In the dark, the most beautiful magical things can hide." "Magical?" Hop asked curiously. "What kind of magical things?" Smarty gently patted him with her large wings. "Let me show you. Follow me, little one." Smarty led Hop through the forest where the shadows seemed to dance. As they walked, Hop saw something amazing. In the middle of the forest there was a small meadow, lit by thousands of tiny lights moving like stars. "These are the fireflies," Smarty explained. "They bring light to the darkness and make the forest glow at night." Hop was fascinated by the beauty of the fireflies' lights. "It's so beautiful. I didn't realize the night could be so wonderful." But just then Hop heard a mischievous laugh coming from a bush. From the bush, a frightening shadow appeared. It was Green Shadow, a sprite who loved to play with others' fears. Green Shadow had a face with large, glowing eyes that seemed to mock the fears of those around him. "What are you doing here in the dark night?" Green Shadow asked with a sly grin. "Are you here to be afraid of the dark?" "Green Shadow, go away," Smarty said firmly. "Hop is here to learn that darkness also has its beauty, and he doesn't need to fear it anymore." Green Shadow laughed and said, You see, the darkness is never friendly. Let's see how brave you are in the dark. I bet you're scared." And Green Shadow started blowing cold winds and making strange noises that echoed through the forest, trying to frighten the nocturnal creatures. He turned some of the fireflies' lights into a pale, flickering glow, making everything seem even scarier. "See, Hop, the dark can be very frightening," Green Shadow said, laughing. "You don't find anything magical or beautiful in it, do you?" Hop felt the fear growing inside him and wanted to hide. But Smarty was beside him and said, "Hop, don't let fear stop you. The dark can only be scary when you don't understand its beauty and magic." And then Smarty began to sing a soothing melody, and the fireflies' lights began to shine again, brighter and stronger than before. The light chased away the shadows, and the fear began to fade. Seeing that his plans weren't working, Green Shadow disappeared. Hop realized that the dark wasn't so scary after all. In fact, without the dark, the fireflies wouldn't be able to shine, right? The nighttime forest was full of life and magic, and the fear he had felt was only a part of his imagination. "Thank you, Smarty," said Hop gratefully. "Now I'm sorry that I was so afraid of the dark. Now I know that the night can be beautiful and magical." Smarty smiled wisely. "Indeed, Hop, don't let fear stop you from seeing the beauty that surrounds you. darkness is nothing more than a moment of calm and mystery, which brings beautiful and magical things to life. Smarty pointed to the sky where the moon shone brightly. Look, even the moon plays its part in bringing light to the darkness. Hop looked up at the full moon and began to understand that the dark wasn't as scary as he had imagined. Instead of being a place of fear, the nighttime forest was a place full of wonders. Smarty led Hop to a small meadow where other creatures of the night lived, like owls and foxes that woke up at night. Hop noticed that they all lived happily and weren't afraid of the dark. "Do you understand now, Hop?" Smarty asked. "The dark can be a place full of peace and beauty, not a place to fear." Hop smiled and felt warmth in his heart. "Yes, I understand. The dark brings to life things I had never seen before. I'm sorry I let fear take over." Smarty smiled wisely. "There, you don't need to be afraid anymore. When you learn to accept the darkness, you'll discover it's just a part of the great dance of light and shadow." As the night went on, Hop and Smarty returned to his burrow. Hop felt braver and happier. The dark no longer seemed so scary because now he knew it was full of beauty and magic. That night, Hop fell asleep smiling, knowing that the dark was just another part of the world, as beautiful as the day. And so Hop learned that the fear of darkness could be replaced with curiosity and the desire to discover the beauty and magic within it. And so, every night, Hop enjoyed the beauty of the world under the moon, knowing that no matter how dark it got, there would always be something wonderful to discover.